We are live from Las Vegas. I'm Digeo Sanchez, president of HousingWire, and I'm joined today by Rebecca Seward of Ocrolus. Rebecca, it's so great to talk with you today.
Likewise, thank you.
So before we jump in, could you briefly introduce yourself and Ocrolus?
Of course. My name is Rebecca Seward. I am head of mortgage products at Ocrolus. We are an AI-powered data analytics company, is what we like to say. Of course, we do document automation. We leverage AI, ML, OCR technology, plus human in the loop, to extract data and generate AI-empowered data analytics to drive faster, better decisions for lenders across multiple industries, including small business, but also, of course, mortgage. So we are here to embed ourselves into the digital lending ecosystems to help make faster, better decisions.
Yeah, that's great. And AI is definitely a buzzword that you're hearing in the hallways here. How do you think about AI in practice as opposed to, it just being a buzzword?
Yeah, of course. So for us, we believe that AI is essentially an augmentation tool that enables lenders to make faster, better decisions. We do not see ourselves as a replacement for the human decision makers. We believe that we have a part to play to enable them to be more efficient. So when we see the cyclical and seasonal nature of this market, of course, I've been working in this for 12 years, the ebbs and flows, we believe that you should utilize AI to enable your teams to scale more efficiently. And so I know there's this big buzzword around AI. It's not a random tool that just has all these different, pulls and levers, right? It's a human empowered tool. The AI is only as good as the information that you give it, right? So Ocrolus, for example, is leveraging off-the-shelf tools like Google Textract and Amazon AWS, of course, or Amazon, but we leverage human validators to constantly empower our systems to get smarter and better over time. We feel the same way about the underwriters that are embedded in our workflow. So we actually read the information that they're giving us to enable us to get better over our analytics. So I think that humans have a big part to play in terms of making AI stronger and better and evolving it over time.
Yeah, that's a big misperception, I think, that AI is going to replace humans as opposed to enhance humans. And it sounds like you're building product in that spirit.
Exactly right. So I've been working in this industry for a long time. I understand the nuance of a mortgage underwrite. It is never as easy as just a simple person coming in with a wage earner income situation. There are now a lot of different ways of making income, right? There's Uber, there's TikTok, for example. And so we understand that there's always a part to play for the human underwriter or the human processor to inform the decision. So we are just here to make their job that much easier. We try to get them 90% of the way, present them with a decision-ready data point, and then enable them to make the necessary decisions to get to that credit decision, whether it was approval or denial or whatever else.
So let's get really tangible. How do you help a lender either improve their processes, win more business, ultimately win market share?
Of course. So we have a suite of products, essentially. We're an AI-first company, so we extract and classify documents, 1,700 different documents. So customers can, of course, leverage that for any data-driven decision point. However, our suite that is embedded within Compass does classification, essentially. So we are reading documents in from File Manager or a listening folder within the e-folder. We classify those documents and we place them into e-folder locations depending on the customer's unique taxonomy. So a human processor doesn't have to do that themselves, right? We standardize that across all of the documents that we receive. So every single time we see a bank statement, for example, we label that bank statement, or we label it asset document, whatever else, depending on the customer's unique taxonomy. All the while, we've been extracting data off of those documents, and then we leverage that data to empower income calculations. So when a customer comes in, they see all the income calculations, whether it's wage earner, self-employed, rental, variable income such as unemployment or retirement, for example. And then we also have a product that's in beta called Inspect, which does a data comparison of the Encompass 1003 to the document data that we process. So we can help expose things like undisclosed REO or a missing document for your initial needs list.
So the history of mortgage workforce is one of boom and bust, right? We saw it in 21 and 22, big boom in hiring, and then 23 and 24, unfortunately, big bust in hiring, and a lot of people were let go. How do you think these tools that you're bringing to market help lenders not have such an accordion of hiring?
Of course. It enables you to scale so much more efficiently, right? Every single time you see that refi boom or the surge in volume, a lot of lenders will handle that by hiring a ton of human collateral, essentially. So we believe that if you embed technology like Ocrolus or AI-empowered tools, it enables you to scale so much more efficiently. You essentially train your team to be 3x, 4x times more efficient to be able to process that many more loans, to be able to handle decisions that much more accurately and efficiently. And so you can essentially handle the surge in volume with the same amount of humans and human labor, but just enabling them to do it more efficiently through AI.
You know, it seems to me that it's really important for lenders, especially the lenders, most lenders don't have huge tech teams. And so it seems like right now, when we're still in the early days of AI, it's important to stay flexible with your AI strategy. How do you help your clients stay flexible with that AI strategy?
Yeah, of course. So like I said, we involve our humans in our decision point. We're not here to present the decision and just allow you to accept it. We are here to present decision-ready data, but enable the customer to be flexible with that decision. So we, like I said, have a lot of humans in the loop, and we say that, a human in the loop. So every single time that we're seeing documents, we are learning from that. So we have a human flywheel, essentially, where we are seeing new documents come in and we see the human validation that's coming in from our verifiers, and it enables us to get that much better and smarter about our AI models. We feel the same about the customer involvement. So we actually read the different edits that they're making, the different ways that they're using our income calculation, and we get smarter about that over time. In terms of the human involvement and the customer involvement, we go out on site, we train our teams, we have AI-empowered underwriter courses that we teach these underwriters about how they should enable their teams with AI. And again, not replacing you, here to make you better, smarter. And so in terms of flexibility, I think we are just trying to teach them of all the different ways that they should be embedding this into their workflow in terms of training teams, making it more consistent across all of the processing, the underwriters, the loan officers, so that when you're bringing in new talent especially, I feel like the mortgage industry is, I've been saying all week, quite incestuous. It's a lot of people that have been here for a long time. So if we want to attract new talent, like the Gen Zers and the millennials, for example, that are fresh out of college, it's using these tools to actually create consistent learning throughout all of your new talent.
Absolutely. And if you look back at that boom that we saw in 21 and 22, there was a real shortage of underwriting talent during that time. So maybe this helps with that.
Absolutely. And I think that you will find with all this younger generation coming on board, they will be looking for companies that are more innovative and are open to leveraging technology like Ocrolus and other tech vendors. Because nowadays, I mean, imagine the kids in high school using ChatGPT, for example, they are going to want to leverage technology like ours to enable more efficient decisions.
Well, what an interesting conversation. Love talking about AI. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.